Yo, what's good, you guys? Infected Xenon here with a discussion video. Now, you can see my beautiful bed behind me. That shit's for you guys. If you guys need somewhere to rest, just come on over and you guys can sleep there. Now, I haven't done a video with my vase on it in a long ass time, so like, enjoy. So like, as you can tell by the title, this video is gonna be our fun slash casual deck still viable in Yu-Gi-Oh. And I just want this to be an actual discussion, like where people actually comment and reply to people in the comments below. Again, I'm not going to look at you guys. Well, let me move this up as high as possible so I can look. It looks like I'm looking at you guys, but I'm looking at myself because I'm insecure about myself. I have a huge ass nose, bro. Don't look at that shit. So yeah, like it's just literally just it's a discussion. Just you could be right, you could be wrong. There's no right or wrong answers, obviously, because statistics show that I'm right, but that doesn't mean anything. So, in my personal, honest, complete opinion, fun decks and casual decks are no longer viable in Yu-Gi-Oh! In a competitive aspect. Of course, if you just want to have fun and play your fucking Tristan Taylor deck, go ahead and do that. But if you want to have a competitive aspect of it, if you want to be competitive in Yu-Gi-Oh! You cannot use casual decks anymore. I feel like you have to be using at least in like the top 5 decks of the game in order to compete. And even then, like right now, for instance, if you're not using Satellar's, Burning Abyss, or Shadal's, you're just not playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And that's just being completely honest with you guys. Like literally, what's topping besides those decks is like you have 1 or 2 random decks that sneak into the top 32 of a YCS, and then but they'll lose in the top 32. Like, I remember watching a deck profile where some guy put it perfectly. Like, sure, you can play whatever deck you want, but you gotta have it consistent enough to top everything. Like he says, for instance, Burning Abyss has the consistency to go and top the top 32 of the YCS, but then Shadal's have the consistency and power to just win the event outright. And I do 100% agree with that, at least for the meta game that is currently going on before next challengers. You can't play Crystal Beast with main deck Shadow Mirrors and expect to win, because that shit's ass. Like, it's fun, I'm not saying it's not, but it's just ass. Like, it's not going to do anything in a real sense. Don't get me wrong, when I first got into Yu-Gi-Oh! I thought casual decks were the way to go, but back then, casual decks were actually viable. I could have ran Crystal Beast without main deck Shadow Mirrors and, 1-2 rounds of a regional, but even now I don't think you can even do that, because Crystal Beasts are awesome and shit. So like you can get your Battle City invite with them, I mean, if you want to. But so yeah, like I really just, it sucks. It really does suck. Before you would go to an event, you'd be worried about facing Dark Worlds, about Noble Knights, anything random. Like I'm just saying random decks that were random when I was getting into it. So gadgets, gravekeepers, all those shits you would have to worry about, because they were worrisome. So your side deck would be like, fuck, what, I could beat every single top tier deck, my deck could be geared towards beating them, but like if I go versus the rogue ass gravekeepers, the rogue ass Dark World, and they just smash me, I'm not getting my invite, or I'm not going to get my top 8 or top 32 YCS, whatever. So your side deck was more like, how I had it was like 10 for the meta and 5 for random rogue shit. Whereas now it's literally you side versus for Burning Abyss, Shadal's, and Stellar Knights, and that's it. You don't worry about anything else, because your deck should be smashing them. For instance, Burning Abyss, in my honest opinion, Burning Abyss, at least from what I know, Burning Abyss and Stellar Knights smash rogue decks. I'm not so much about so sure on Shadal's, because Shadal's are pretty bricky, but they have a lot of more power than the other 2 decks. The other 2 decks are just more consistent than them, and that's why they'll win the matchup, is because they just don't draw as shitty as Shadal's, because Shadal's can draw really shitty, but then they can draw just like with like Exodia, basically. Like they win no matter what. So yeah, I mean, my personal opinion, as I've been saying the whole video, is casual decks can no longer be competitive. There's lots of reasons for it, of course, but the main reason is they're just not as consistent as, yeah, you can have a consistent deck that fucking summons Warrior Knight Greffer because Rhoda's at 3, but what is you gonna do after that? Like, I don't know, I feel like they just fallen off the map, and it really sucks. I really do kind of wish that it was back where you would play versus infinite things at a regional. More now you're just gonna play versus 3 decks, and that's it. And if you play versus a random deck, you just start dancing in front of them, and they're like, "Why are you dancing?" I'm like, "Nah, bro, I just remember my favorite song." And yeah, so that's basically it. But let me know what you guys think. Maybe you guys are like, "Nope, I disagree," and that's fine. Feel free to disagree. It's like America, like even if you're not in America, I'm posting these videos from America, so you can do that. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, I don't even know what else to say. Thank you guys for watching. Leave your comments below. I'll like argue with everybody. Like, I love arguing. It's fun. Like, I'll argue for you not arguing at me. I'll like tag all my subscribers and be like, what the fuck, bro? So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope. Do you guys want more discussions? I know I suck at discussions. I never do discussions. It's weird looking at my face in the camera. I know I'm cute, but it's weird. Follow me on Instagram, boy. Peace.